Go ahead, man, with your swag. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Welcome everyone to the Pause Show.
Happy Sunday.
Yes.
We have to say happy Sunday.
We do.
Because that's when
that's when you guys watch it.
We tried to do, or we attempt to do a different intro and it ends up being the same. We have gotten accustomed to welcome to the Pause Show. And even when we discuss it to change it, we still do the same thing. So I don't know why.
It turns into a habit. Okay, so again.
I
was gonna say it again.
Happy Sunday!
Woo! Here you are, watching the Pause Show.
You see? This is episode number 8, you guys.
Yes,
and it's just turned into a habit just to say the same thing over and over again.
But it's good though.
I think we're okay doing that. But our AIs, you know,
they have opinions.
Yeah, they do. They're like, can you please stop saying welcome to the Pause Show?
Yeah.
But we try, as you saw. We just tried right now, but that is not going to happen.
No, it's not going to work. So whatever. Anyways, let's get started.
Okay, wait. Okay, we have our Christmas decoration back here. That's because we did a Christmas special.
Yes.
Which is going to premiere on... We're going to do it on Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah, we're going to premiere that on Christmas.
I just heard about this right now. I didn't even know.
You hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that? That's not us. What is going on here today? I needed... Look, we have tissues behind us. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm sweating. All right.
Why do you do this to me?
We're breathing. I can't see. My eyes are tearing.
Okay.
Okay, we did the Christmas special. Let's discuss the Christmas special.
Seal.
Wait, you're showing the toilet paper.
Normal. Okay. All right. Yes, we did the Christmas special and
we had guests.
And it was very exciting.
Our first time guests.
Our first time bringing guests in here. And it was amazing. We had a great time. And hopefully you guys have a good time when you watch it. So
gather the family up on Christmas Day and enjoy the show. This is our first Christmas episode with guests, and it was another milestone for us.
Right.
Each time that we do something, it's a milestone.
New. Yeah. Something new. And like we mentioned it in that video, but like we said, it's always just me and Xiomara, and we've gotten accustomed to that. So having new people, it was good. It was good to have that like conversation with other people.
And kids.
And kids.
There's kids
so
involved.
You guys are going to see that. Oh, it's an amazing episode. But that one was a very upfelt and happy episode.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this episode, it's also about the holidays. It's also about Christmas, New Year's, you know, the holidays in general. But this one is more of
emotions.
The opposite side of the joy.
Yeah. We're going to put the childhood series aside for a minute. And since this is a show that is led by the Holy Spirit, and we give space to the Holy Spirit to do what he needs to do.
Right.
And, you know, you don't know this, but every single time before we start our show, we have our moment of prayer by ourselves. And then we gather together in a group and we pray. And we always ask the Holy Spirit to lead us on what is it that your people want to hear. So, and this one, this episode is a little what do we call it? A little deeper.
Yeah.
Because it is the holidays, and holidays are, as they promote on TV and in the radios, it's jolly, it's festive, it's family oriented. They show pictures of families gathering together and being happy.
Right.
But unfortunately, it's also a season where there's a lot of people who feel lonely, a lot of people who feel sad, a lot of people who, at this time in the season, start thinking about life in general, and they don't feel like they can be present with people,
right,
but they still feel alone. So today we're going to speak about why during the holidays people feel alone and isolated. And this is very personal to both of us.
Yes.
Because we both have gone through holidays feeling a certain type of way. And we're going to be free to talk. Like, we have a script. But we're just going to speak about our feelings regarding the holidays.
Right. Yeah. And not just us, but I think the four of us in general, especially the three of you guys are, this holiday is going to be different for you guys.
Yeah.
So like Xiomara said, it's very personal. This topic is very personal. So the Holy Spirit knows why we needed to talk about this, whether it was for us to feel a sense of like God is there and he's listening to us, or just a sense of like, okay, you guys are gonna be okay. Or maybe, and hopefully there's also someone else that needed to hear this, because like you said, it's everyone kind of, when you think about the holidays, all they promote is that happiness and joy. But this is a topic that really goes untalked about. No one really talks about like, okay, there's people out there that in the holidays, they feel the complete opposite. They feel lonely. They don't feel that togetherness that usually people feel. So I love that we're talking about this, because I think it's important for you guys and for all of us to remember that the holidays can amplify these emotions. And it's not just amplifying the happiness, it also amplifies sadness. So, it's very common for us to like you said, hear it on the radio or even watch movies where you see families together, or maybe you're just listening to someone talk to you and you hear that they're very happy about the holidays. Oh, I'm buying my kids stuff, or like, my mom is coming to visit, or my dad is coming to visit. And just hearing that, like, for a moment you're like, oh, this year is different for me. This year I don't feel that happiness. So all of that, it's important for us to remember that there are people out there that do not feel that joy, that do not feel that happiness this year. Maybe it will happen again next year, but at least for this year, just remember that there are people that feel sadness. There are people that feel lonely. There are people that are just disconnected from everyone, from everything. They don't feel that joy. And I think we, as people that recognize that, we have to be able to show compassion to those people and be able to be present for them as well.
And talk about it, because I feel that we're so present in the way that we feel sometimes, or the world is present in what they feel, the happiness and the joy, which great, good, but I think we also need to be aware of everyone else. Check on your friends, especially the ones that are always laughing and smiling and just trying to bring joy to everybody. Those are the ones you should also keep an eye on, because they can present themselves to be that and then feel totally the opposite when it comes to the holidays, you guys, in general, but when it comes to the holidays, I just think, like you said, it gets amplified into another level.
And that's normal though, because of all the expectations that we got from just even social media. You're scrolling through Instagram, or you're scrolling through Facebook, or whatever social media that you use the most, and you see people posting the holiday pictures. They actually get the pictures done, the gifts that they're getting, or just everything that they're doing in general. Once the holiday, once December hits, those pictures start coming up, those videos start coming up, those expectations start coming up, and so you just feel like, okay, like, if you're watching it and you're feeling lonely, you kind of get into like that comparison effect where you're like, okay, I'm not there this year. I don't feel that. I actually feel the complete opposite. And you compare what you're living to what other people are living. And that is just,
and I think
lonely.
Some people don't want to give themselves permission to feel happy either in that moment, because of different things, and we're going to get into it. For me, it's a very personal, and not only because of what we went through last year, but just growing up. My family, like I talked before, was a family that gathered together all the time, and as I got older, I remember spending Christmas sometimes just with the person I was with and nobody else. It's him and I. And that was really sad and lonely. And I remember sitting in the car we were ordering White Castle. Okay. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking out the window and I'm like, God, why do I feel this emptiness inside of me? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I'm supposed to feel, festive. What exactly is missing in my life that I feel empty? What is happening? And the only answer that I could come up with, which I said in the when we did the Christmas special, was the childhood. Childhood was missing because you're always having fun. You're always in the midst of things. And then as you get older, all of that starts separating. So then I just got accustomed of just having to do the holidays with the partner I was with at that time, and whoever invited us over. And if no one invited us over, it was just, that's it. And that was my Christmas, and that was the New Year's. And I would look around and I would say, "What does anybody notice? Does anybody see?" Yes, I'm laughing. Yes, I'm screaming and doing that because I don't want nobody to feel what I feel. So I tried to do the opposite. But is anyone going to come to me and ask me, "Are you okay? How are the holidays for you?" December 1st, send a text. Hey, I know the holidays are about to start, or not even that, Thanksgiving weekend.
No, the holidays start from Thanksgiving.
From Thanksgiving.
That's the holidays.
Just
Thanksgiving,
send a text.
Christmas.
Send a text. Hey, I know the holidays are going to be here. I hope that you're going to be okay. If you need anything, send me a text. All right. Do you think we're going to send a text? Sometimes you just can't do it, You don't want to be a burden to anyone. And for Thanksgiving, hey, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything's okay. Hey, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, wow, there's only one person besides, the group that I have now. There's only one person that every single year texts me, and that's my brother Pete. He's like, listen, I know that you're going to spend time with the Gonzalez family, but I'm always extending an invitation to you. No matter what, my house is open to you if you want to spend the holidays with me, because I do not want you to feel alone. And the simple text like that, Melanie, that's all we need sometimes.
And I feel like we don't do that anymore.
No.
People don't do that anymore because, I don't know, they're just so focused on themselves, so focused on, if they're feeling the joy, they're too busy with everything else that they forget. You forget about your friends. You forget about, I don't know, maybe a coworker. You forget about even, your brothers and sisters from church. You forget that there are other people that might not be feeling the same thing that you're feeling. And even just a simple text or even a call, anything so simple is able to bring that, like, okay, to that person, someone remembers. someone cares.
Yes.
Someone loves me.
Yeah.
Because during those times when we feel that loneliness, we forget that there are people that love us.
Yeah.
You forget that there are people that care for you. You know, you might feel it throughout the rest of the year, but then when the holidays come in, it's like, okay, do you forget that I'm going through something right now?
Yeah.
Do you forget that I'm grieving someone right now? Did you forget that, like...
Oh, yeah. You brought it up. You brought it up.
Yeah.
You know, when my I'm gonna let you talk about that because you can talk about that more than I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my holidays absence is the absence of what I missed in my life. You know, family. I'm grieving people that are still alive. Yeah, like that's my grieving. They're still alive, but I don't have that space anymore. You know, but the other grieving that comes is that when you spent the holidays with people that you do love, and then comes that first year. Mm-hmm. That they are not there. Yeah. What is it that should be expected of that moment, and what is it that people should be to that family? Right.
Yeah. And at least for me, when that happened, the first year that we lost our sister, I think our family was not divided to the point where we weren't together, but I'm saying divided where we weren't sharing how we felt. And at least for me, the person that was closest to my sister, which was me, I felt like no one else cared that she wasn't there. I felt that.
You felt that because there was no communication.
There was no communication.
Yeah.
And also from the outside people, now people that, you know, weren't like, when I say my family, I mean my parents, my other sister, you know, them, right? But any outside people, like, they didn't, not even send a text, not even a call, not even like, hey, if you want to go to the cemetery and visit her, I will go with you.
Wow.
I went by myself. And I will always go by myself. And to the point where I would tell my family, hey, like, do you want to come with me? And then, you know, eventually they did. But it was just that mindset that I brought to myself, like, hey, no one else, like, notices. Or maybe they did.
It's just that they couldn't do it either.
Yeah. They just didn't want to bring it up.
Oh, well, you just said there was no communication.
There was no communication.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know how they felt. They don't know how I felt because we weren't able to speak to each other on that grief, on that loss. And I think that's very important too, because that's what causes you to feel lonely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even if you have a family, like in your case, right? You know, you feel that grief of that family. But I had my family, yes. But because we lost someone that was, you know, a part of the family, now there was a disconnection between my family. And even though I had them, and even though, we were spending Christmas together, we were spending New Year's together, Thanksgiving, but there was something missing. And that caused me to feel lonely. And no one ever really cared to ask how that was making me feel. And I can't really tell you like what really happened, because that was a time in my life where it's really blank for me because of how bad it was. But I do know that it feels lonely. I do know that it doesn't feel good. And for those that are feeling that grief of someone that they lost, if you are a friend of someone that lost someone, just send them a simple text, give them a call, be there for them. Because sometimes even that is more than enough for that person to be like, okay, like I said, you care for me, you're there for me, you know, you love me. Even though I just lost somebody that meant the world to me. But just the fact that there was this one person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people that are texting me, that loneliness, it will still be there because you will still miss that person no matter what. But that loneliness is going to start feeling a little less. A little less. Yeah. You're going to feel it a little less. And the more people come to you, a little less. So not just one person is enough. If you have a group of friends, why are they not all texting you? Why are they not all calling you? Why are they not inviting you to their home? Even though you're not going to come, most likely.
Yes.
But just the invitation, like you said, just the fact that, you know, he shows that he cares for you. He knows that it could be lonely for you.
Yeah. You know that's called the ministry of being present. That's a ministry as well. Is being present. Us as children of God, we need to be more alert for our brothers and sisters during the holidays. Just because we serve God, sometimes it just becomes a little overwhelming when we're going through an emotional season when we can't even breathe. We just need someone to come to our rescue and lift our arms up like Moses had Aaron. Was it Aaron, right? And right? Yeah. Just making sure of the names, I have them back there for a reason. And then they used to lift up his hands, his arms for help. We can't just let our brothers and sisters during the season, especially when they're grieving, we can't just leave them alone. Just because they're smiling and laughing and working and doing what they're supposed to do, that doesn't mean that they're okay. That shouldn't be sufficient enough for you to look at them and say they're all right. No. Keep on top of them every single month. Make it your business.
And you're not being annoying. You're not bugging.
No.
You're not being I know the word in Spanish. Un prometido. What's it in English?
Person?
A nosy. No, that's not what it is.
Even like you said, if they don't answer you, man, that's okay. Because at least they're going to see the text message and be like, oh, they're texting me. And,
right.
Like we're doing this series, this episode, because especially for our brothers and sisters in Christ, more than anyone else, that we should be more aware of everyone who's around us.
Right.
And take care of them. Send them a simple text. How are you? How you doing today?
Right.
I'm gonna share something with you. On Thanksgiving, we were in the famous Gonzalez house, and we were all playing there. And always, this happens to me always in the holidays. There's a moment where I sit and I space out. I space out purposely because I'm thinking of what was. Where would my life be if I wasn't in here right now?
Yeah.
So I take that moment and I space out and I just lose myself. And I'm like, if I wasn't here with them, where else would I be? Who would I be with? And I get a little sad. Just a little sad because it's not like it used to be before. You know? But this time around, my sister medium, you know who medium is. She sees me, but she catches me off guard because I didn't know that she was watching me.
Right. No, because you're spaced out, so you don't even like everything else is just closes off.
Yes,
it's gone.
Yes, and all I see her is just all of a sudden. I look at her and she looks at me and we lock eyes, and I woke up from where I was at, and she comes with her beautiful, slow, graceful pace, and she gives me this smile, and she comes and she gives me this hug, like if she knew what I was feeling that moment. But the hug was like, I think I'm older than her. We're the same age. I don't know. I think same age. Okay. But she gives me this hug, like this motherly hug. Mana Miriam, estoy hablando de usted.
Oh, yeah, because she speaks Spanish.
Let your daughters translate for you. She gives me this hug, like a motherly hug that I just needed in that moment. And I sank in. Like, I just sank in and like, just hug me, man. Yeah. Just hug me and love on me. And I accepted it. And I needed that moment. And it's like, that's all we need. I'm sorry I did that.
With anger. Warrior. You remember?
Warrior. But sometimes all we need is small.
Right.
Oh, look what it says there. Small acts, when multiplied by millions, can change the world.
Literally. No, because it's like sometimes we're so focused on big, on like, on the bigger picture, and we don't realize that sometimes all a person really needs is a hug, maybe even like a small gift, even just a chocolate, even a card.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about, a message, a phone call, anything.
To be acknowledged.
Just because the smallest things are honestly probably the biggest things. At least for me. Mm-hmm. I'm someone that is I love detailed small gifts because they are the most meaningful gifts. And now when I'm saying gifts, I don't mean material stuff. I mean, like, even if you write me a note where you're like, hey, I see you, and you're very beautiful today.
No wonder you give those gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, I got it.
You look very nice today. How are you? I hope you have a great, sometimes even that, I hope you have a beautiful day, a blessed day. Whatever it's going on, whatever you're going through, it's going to be okay. Just that. That's it. You don't know what that person in that moment, when you sent them that text, you don't know if they're in the room right now crying, if they're just having a moment where they feel like there's no way out. They feel like, I don't know, I'm just stuck. I don't know what to feel. I feel lonely. I feel sad. I feel angry. And when you send them that text,
something happens.
That
somebody else was thinking about me,
And then it just changes. It changes their day. It changes their mood. It completely changes everything that they're feeling in that moment. So even that, guys, it's very important for us to be there, just to listen to when people are talking to you, when people are having a conversation with you, when people are telling you what they have gone through in the past. It's for a reason. Sometimes when you have a conversation with someone and then out of nowhere they kind of tell you something about their past, and you're so concentrated in having the conversation and just ending it or whatever, maybe you're busy, and then you don't realize that that person just opened up to you something that maybe they have never shared with anyone else. But sometimes we're so focused in
and what we want to come across,
right? And then you didn't realize that that person just opened up to you. So
we're not present.
No, you stay there, sit down with them, listen carefully to what they're telling you, because there's a reason that people talk to you and people open up to you and people tell you about their personal life. Not everyone does that. Talking about your personal life is not easy for everyone. So if someone is talking to you and telling you something personal, listen. Listen.
They're trusting you at that moment.
They're trusting you, and it's for a reason. They probably need someone. They need someone to talk to about that. And if if a couple months pass by, the holidays come in, and now you know something about them, something personal, that maybe they recently lost someone. Maybe you found out that, there's someone that didn't grow up with a family, that they lost their parents when they were very young. So now you know that. What are you going to do with it?
With that information.
What are you going to do with that information? Every holiday that comes up, send them a text. Be like, hey, I realized that, one day you shared with me that you lost your parents when you were very young. So I can't even imagine how that feels because I have both my parents with me. So just know that I'm there for you.
Or let's educate ourselves. If we don't know how to act with sadness and loneliness during the holidays with anyone that we know, educate yourself. That's what I do. And we're supposed to take care of the widows of the church. We're supposed to take care of the orphans of the church. We're supposed to be on top of them and not letting them go. And I've been reading and educating myself on that. And it's like, where else can they go to? Who else can they go to? If the church is a community, and it's a community to help everyone,
right?
We should never allow them to feel. They can feel like they're in solitude, because there's a difference between being in solitude and being isolated.
Right.
Solitude is, you are choosing to do that. Isolation is different. It's because you feel this loneliness so deep inside of you, and you carry it everywhere you go. And there's this sadness that comes with it, that even if you are with your friends and you're laughing, you still feel that sadness.
Yeah.
Even if you go have dinner with your friends, you still feel that sadness. It's just there lingering. And sometimes even when I observe this, I don't know what to do or say, but I don't have to say nothing because the ministry of being present is there. So I just stay there and be there for that person, even if I don't have the right words, but just I'm there.
Right.
There, quiet, just letting them know you're not alone. You might feel like you are, but I'm here with you.
Right.
So we're doing this episode because we want you to be aware of everyone, especially I'm talking to my Christian brother and sisters. That's who I'm talking to right now. We should be more attentive to people who are sad in our church, to people who are grieving, to women who are by themselves, to fathers who are by themselves, to moms who are by themselves with their children. We should be taking care of these families. You don't have nowhere to go. My door's open for you. Come over here. You know what? I'm going to your house to drop something off.
Right.
The simpleness of that changes. You know, I watch a lot of TikTok videos of strangers, Melanie, doing things for other strangers in the streets.
Right.
And just that, you can see their eyes light up. You can see the smile come to them again. So it's not like they're doing this grand gesture.
No.
It's just a simple moment of encouraging them and giving them hope. Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. So what for you? For me, I'm going to give my advice.
Okay.
You give advice on the grieving part. Okay. Because that's what we could talk about. But I'm going to give advice of a person who came from a family and then all of a sudden
just
there's nothing there, you know? God. It says in the Bible, even if your father and mother leave you, God will. You know, that's how I look at it. He just like,
she did the sound effect and everything.
He just like, no, he's like, he just sucked me right up. You're mine, girls. I'm your father. I'm your mother. Yeah. So he did that to me. He like sucked me right up. He's like, he's right here. You're right here with me. And then what he did to me was, he's like, here, this is a family that you are going to be in this year. You know, I can tell you, when I finally said to myself, I don't want to spend Christmas or the holidays by myself anymore. And that's when everything changed for me. Because I allowed that space that God can do what he needs to do with me, instead of being a pity, or doing my own pity party, you know, because sometimes we do that. You know?
No, that happens.
So when I finally said, no, I don't want to do this anymore by myself, please. So then he's like, okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to put you with this family this year, blah, blah. The seasons change. We're going to do this family this year. So I can tell you how many families I have spent Christmas with. So, but for me, the advice I can give, it is that you have spent the holidays by yourself. I encourage you. I push you to force yourself to go to a family that you know. You always have that one friend that has a family. Go push yourself to be with that family. And if you don't have that, go to a church. Go to a church for Christmas during the holidays. And the atmosphere is very different at church during Christmas. And you feel the love and the joy. Go there. Force yourself to do that. Open up yourself to do that and enjoy. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to appreciate the moment that you're in with other people. And you're going to see how great that feeling is afterwards, that you're just smiling from cheek to cheek. Like, why didn't I do this a long time ago?
Right. This is what I needed.
Yeah, exactly. So, and eventually you just go to that one family that you could spend Christmas with, and it's the best feeling ever. So my advice is just don't isolate yourself intentionally because you think that you're not going to have the same type of feeling of being with a new group of people. You're going to feel so warm and fuzzy and say, wow, this is what I needed. This is great. So I challenge you and I encourage you to, and if you don't have anybody, please, like we're going to say here all the time, let us know.
We're here.
We're here and we can help you find a church in your local area, wherever you live at. And so you don't spend the holidays by yourself. Mm-hmm. You don't have to spend the holidays by yourself.
No, you shouldn't. And you won't, because that's what we're here for. So if you're watching this episode, it's for a reason. Uh-huh. God told you to watch this episode today. Uh-huh. And so therefore, we are here. We are here for you. And at least for me, if you're grieving someone now, this was a long time ago. So, I in my life, I'm better now in regards to that grief. But during that time, yeah.
Go ahead.
What? No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
No, nothing. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll write it down so I don't forget.
During that time when I felt that grief, I think the most important thing that I needed to realize, and if you are someone that's grieving someone, maybe you are going through the same thing, where you're shutting yourself off to other people, most specifically your own family. I lost a sister, but because I was so focused in that no one really cared for her, which was a lie that I don't want to say that I made up, but it was based on what I saw, right? Based on what I experienced.
Your own assumptions.
Right. Mm-hmm. But I didn't take a moment to realize that the rest of my family was also grieving in their own way. Now, it wasn't the way that I was, where I was constantly going to the cemetery and I was constantly visiting her and talking to her. Okay, no, but they were grieving on their own, and they were grieving in their own way. They were missing her. Mm-hmm. And because I was so focused on only what I felt and the loss that I felt, the sister that I lost, mm-hmm. the best friend that I lost, I don't think we ever took that opportunity as a family to build that communication. And so if you are someone that recently lost someone, especially someone within your close-knit family, I'm talking about, brother, sister, father, mother, or son or daughter. Yeah. If you are someone that lost someone like that and you have the rest of your family with you, you do have people. Yeah. They're there.
Yes.
But they're also grieving someone. So be there for each other.
Be present with each other.
Be there for each other. Mm-hmm. In that way, you don't have to seek it from anyone else, because you have each other. So communicate with each other. Talk to each other. And if no one has asked you how you're feeling, how about you ask them how they're feeling? Yeah. And I guarantee you that that's going to bring up a conversation, and it's going to bring up a hug. Yeah. And it's going to bring up something that you needed to hear from them. And that loneliness is going to go down. You're going to feel a little bit less lonely, because we think, right? I lost my sister and I don't think she wanted me to feel lonely. Mm-hmm. I literally, if I put here Julie to talk to me, she would have told me, my mom is there. What are you doing? Hello? Uh-huh. You have your kids. Uh-huh. You just gave birth to your son.
Go ahead.
Papi's there. Mm-hmm. Even though as stubborn as he is, he's there. Mm-hmm. The kids are there. What are you guys doing? Yeah. They're little. They need you guys. That's exactly what she would have told me. So just be there for each other. Now, I see it in your face. You want to ask me something.
No. You actually answered my question as you were talking. It's like, I was going to say, what do you wish that would have been done, during that time of grieving, especially that first year? But you just said it, for me, what I heard was communicate with each other what exactly it is that you're all feeling, because people all do grieve differently. Yeah. Some become workaholics, others, have other habits that they start developing.
Right.
Want to be by themselves all the time in their house. Want to go shopping.
In my case, I became too attached to that loss. I didn't admit that that's it. She was gone.
Yeah.
That's also a way of grieving.
And you did it by yourself because no one was talking to each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the bottom line to this is the healing secret is with all of them.
Right.
It's not on the outside.
Yeah.
The healing comes from the inside sometimes. Mm-hmm. And not anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's really, it's not easy. And I think that's the message we are trying to give for the people that are going through that loneliness and that distance and that disconnection from people. It's not easy. It's not.
So what would you advise people on the outside? What would you have liked to be done?
To me?
Yeah. From the people, like, let's consider me an outsider. I'm not your blood.
Yeah.
But what would you have want them to do?
Just call me. Tell me, hey, I know it's the first Christmas without her. How do you feel? She was your best friend. And now you don't have her.
Yeah.
Not only that, I gave birth to my son that year. So you became a mom. You lost your best friend. It's a lot that's happening to you right now.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling?
Yeah. The outside support helps.
Mm-hmm. Just that. I think just with a call or just a simple, like I said, I think for me during that time, I asked of it of my family, but I think also with my friends, it would have been nice for them to be like, oh, she was also very important to us. So if you are going to go to the cemetery and visit her, I would like to go there. Because during the funeral, there were a lot of people. But I don't think anyone that were there were visited her afterward. On her first Christmas, first New Year's that she wasn't there. I think during that first year, it's important to show the family that the same way you were there for them on the funeral, you're going to be there for them on afterwards. The first of everything. The first birthday, the first Christmas, the first New Year's. Guys, all of these hit us very hard when we're grieving someone. It's very hard. And just you being there and going to the cemetery with me, even if you're not saying anything, but just that I feel like I have someone there with me, it does not only show that you care about me, but that you also cared about her and that you actually miss her too. I think that's what I didn't feel in that time. And that's what affected me the most. I felt like no one cared about her. And as someone that truly cared about her and loved her, like I thought you guys did too. Oh.
I knew we were gonna get here.
I'm trying to hold
hence the tissues. We're trying to keep this, as heartfelt, but it's raw, it's real. It's stuff that we go through, and sometimes we don't know how to act. We don't know what to do. Sometimes we forget because of the life that we have is so fast paced, and I understand that as well, but I don't find an excuse of not having a moment to send a text message, a phone call or something like, hey, what's up? I know today's hard, but I'm thinking about you. Call and they don't pick up. That's fine. Maybe they don't want to talk right now, but
right. No, but just the fact that you do it.
The fact that the number is there, they're going to see it. The text message, very important. It's just a simple gesture. I loved the fact that you said, you loved her too. Not you, I'm saying, if you loved her too, then why are you not showing this type of love? At least to me, that I'm going through this now.
Right.
Show me that love as well.
Because that's the thing. When someone loses someone, there are people that have, and this is a good mentality to have, right? It's okay. Like, you're like, this person's gone. Why are we gonna continue like acting like she's here?
Oh.
But remember that there is a brother, there is a sister, there is a mother, there is a father, there is a son, there is a daughter that feels that loss more than you.
Yes.
And it doesn't have that mentality that you have right now. Doesn't have the mentality of, hey, that person is gone, we have to move on.
Mm-hmm.
She's not there yet.
Yeah, give him the space.
So be there for her.
Yeah.
Because if you truly love the person that they lost, then you have to love their daughter. You have to love their son. You have to love their mother, their father, whoever it was. You have to love them. Because yes, they're gone, and that's okay to admit, but they're still here, and therefore you have to be there for them.
Yeah, give them that space as well. Or respect what they're feeling.
Right.
Because like you said, mourning for everyone is very, very, very different.
Yeah.
And for me, sometimes I feel that some people don't want to move on yet because mourning is the only thing they have still that makes them close to that person that passed away.
Right.
I understand that. Take as much time as you need. We don't need to rush this.
No.
Take your time. When you feel at ease and you feel at peace and you feel okay, I'm gonna notice that. But in the meantime, I just want to be present in whatever situation you're going through, especially during the holidays. It's like for me, it's like, I'm speaking personal right now because most of you know my best friend that I love dearly. Like I have her like on I do not let go of her, not during this time. And I have her like on a leash. You can go this far away from me. That's it during this time. Because not even during the holidays. What I'm talking about, the whole entire year.
It's the first year is the hardest.
So no, I have not let go of her. Okay, I give her space. I give her time. I give her moment. I hope she doesn't get mad at me for talking about her. But I give her a moment to cry. I give her a moment to yell, to scream. Moments of silence. Where there's nothing being said, but I feel what's happening. I give her moment of laughter and happiness, and I just give her moment, her space to do whatever she needs to do. But I want to be there always. Like, you're going too far. No. Like, let's come back. We're not doing that. Not because we need to also be careful with all of that as well. So just the ministry of just being present, always watching out and observing, and being like a cop. That's how I am right now with her, because I care about her and because I don't want her to go that far down, which I know that could happen.
It can.
But again, when you have those people around you that don't let you, they can't. No, God, no.
Yeah.
So, just be present, you guys.
Yeah, it's really all it takes, and that's really all we wanted to say today, because it's something that we personally don't see, and we wish there was more people. We wish there was more friends like you.
Yeah.
Amara.
Oh, thanks. I felt that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So it's very important to have that friend, to have that person, whoever it is. It could be friend, it could be sister, it could be brother, it could be even your own children sometimes. Whether they're old enough and they could be there for you. But whoever it is and whoever is going through that season right now, that's not full of joy, that's not full of happiness. One, it's okay,
of course,
to feel like that. It's more than normal,
of course.
And two, to the people that have people that are going through something, and that you there's something in the back of your head that says to you, hey, that person is probably feeling lonely right now. Send them that text. Give them that call.
Yeah.
Give them that little gift, no matter how small, no matter whether in your head you're thinking, oh, what is this gonna do?
Yeah.
It's gonna do lots.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be big.
Absolutely.
Bigger than you know.
Absolutely.
Because gifts that are given with intention and with heart mean way more than a gift that is only bought with money.
Yeah.
So, be intentional, be there for each other, be kind to one another, and just bring that love that the holidays is supposed to bring. But that for some people, they don't have that this year. So
that was good, Melanie.
Thank you.
This was your episode.
Oh, no.
I wanted you to talk.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Did I finish it?
It's okay. I finished it. Yeah, that's it.
She said it. She said it all.
Just anything. Even just smiling to the people you see walking down the street. Just give them a smile. You don't know. Maybe that person lost someone. You don't know them. But maybe just with you saying, oh, hey, happy holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that maybe a lot of people haven't told them this year. Yeah. So just even just a simple smile, being kind. Yes.
It's just acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Just acknowledge what that person is going through during the season.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish it off.
Yes. Well, we just want to say thank you for being with us today.
And of course, happy holidays.
If you
we're here. We're here. We're
If you enjoyed this episode, and if you know someone who's struggling with, feeling lonely and grieving a loved one, please share this episode with them. And remember, the holidays are about love and giving and connection.
Right.
Let's just make it meaningful for everyone. Everyone needs that little sprinkle of love. I just so made that up. That was good. Good job.
We come up with these things in the back of our minds. It's like amazing what God does. And of course, we are not just here for you. God is here for you.
Yeah.
And that is why we're going to finish this off with a verse that hopefully touches your heart.
Amen. Is it my turn?
So yeah, it's your turn.
Here we go, you guys. Here we go.
I'm
going to pick
sniffles.
a yellow one.
We apologize for any sniffle that you guys hear throughout this.
This is raw business here. The ones that are suffering are the ones with the headphones back there. All right, here we go. Ooh! Psalms 43:4. And I will go to the altar of God, to God my exceeding joy, and I will praise you with the harp. Oh God, my God. Talk about happiness, joy, and love. Oh, all in one. We break any sadness, any depression, any anxiety, any loneliness in the name of Jesus, and we fill it with love, happiness, and a supernatural joy.
Yes.
I had to do that really fast,
He was excited because, oh my God, what other great way to end it than God speaking to you. Amen. And telling you that if you have nowhere to go, you go to his altar, go to him, speak to him, tell him how you're feeling. And I guarantee you that probably someone's going to hit you up and tell you that they're there for you.
Yes.
And that was God speaking to you.
Ay, santo.
Amen. Hallelujah in the name of Jesus.
Eunice is praising back there. forget to watch our Christmas episode on Thursday.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Press that little button.
I'm making noise.
Oh my goodness, that was great. I love it. I love these kind of episodes.
That was a good one.
It's a good one. It's great. Tissues were there for a reason.